Hi everyone, this is Jeannie Ellis, also known as Scrapbooking Mama, and I'm a design team member with Through the Craft Room Door online magazine. And what I want to do for you today is show you how to transfer from wax paper an image onto a piece of wood, MDF, fabric, scrapbook paper, whatever it is that you would like to do. And what I'm doing today is transferring an image from wax paper onto a piece of MDF board. Now, this was a piece of board that was laying around from something. I have no idea now what it was for. I'm sure it was a shelf or something piece. And I got rid of the shelf apparently, or the cabinet, because I no longer have that shelf that fits that cabinet that no longer fits that shelf, if I can say it right. So, what I want to show you is what I did already with that MDF board using the wax paper. I don't know if you've ever tried it or not, but this was my first time. I had actually transferred this from a wax paper, this black and white image, from wax paper onto this MDF. Now, this is an image from the Graphics Fairy. I don't want to take any credit for it or anything because it is a freebie that they give, but it is not my image. It's a freebie. I did not make this image. So, the first thing, the supplies that you're going to need is, of course, an 8.5 by 11 sheet of wax paper. You're going to need some kind of a software like a Microsoft Word, Silhouette Cameo, whatever that you have a design space into, where you can print your image, but you want it to be flipped. So I'll show you that. I've already printed an image onto my wax paper. And let's see if I can, I'll put it on this MDF board so you can see better. Okay, that's a little better. Now you'll see that on this wax paper, I've got both directions, which is really what I wanted. I'm not even sure where this piece image came from here, but I really don't want that. I don't know where that one came from. But if it shows up a little bit, I guess it'll be okay. I'm going to tape that so I don't accidentally transfer that. If you do something like that, just kind of cover it up so it won't transfer. Okay, now, this is the right direction of the image, and this is the wrong direction. So when you do your flipping, if this is the right direction, that means you need to flip it horizontally and print it wrong side onto your wax paper. Now, as you can see, I have both the right side and the wrong side. I did that on purpose because I want both directions on my MDF board. This is not something you have to do, but if you're going to just do one image, you just go ahead and flip it onto flip your image horizontally and print it out like this one is. So let me go ahead and get my other image that I want to do. As you can see, I have another bird here, and he's going the same direction as this one, but I want him to go the opposite direction. So that means that I took my document and I'll insert a little sheet or photo of what what it looks like. I want it to go the other direction, so I went ahead and printed it this direction. So the ink is on this side, but I'm printing it on, so that means I'm going to reverse it over here. I hope that makes sense. Now, you just kind of place it, and I didn't realize my machine was going to be in the way. But I am transferring it to where the ink is on the bottom. So when you print it out, it's going to be, the ink is going to be on the top of your wax paper. So be very careful. As you can see, you can get ink on your fingers, which I may have made a mistake on my Greener over there when I pulled it out and took some of that. But we're going to go ahead and work with it. So take some washi tape or something. I like something to hold it down. A little bit at least for me. And It's not necessary to do it. Some people do it and they don't have to do anything but hold it down. So your supplies again are wax paper and some kind of a document that you're going to be able to flip your picture, your photo. And also, I forgot to mention, you'll need something hard like this is a rewards card, something that with a hard edge to it that you can scrape your image with, and I'll show you that here in a minute. So I've got my image down where I want it. Let me see if I can scoot that back in. Nope, of course not. So what I'm going to do is take my card and start smoothing it down, the image. And I'm doing it a light touch at first. And again, remember that you're printing your image reverse. Now, if you wanted to go the other way, you know, whatever direction. As you can see, I've got the birds going 2 different directions. One is that this would be the right side up here, and this is the wrong side. But I want the wrong side down this way, the wrong direction actually, this way, because I have a purpose. Now I'm getting a little bit harder now. Don't go too fast. It didn't stay down, did it? Don't go too fast with it. And if you get a little extra on there from the image that wasn't on the other one, it's not going to hurt anything. And what I don't know, I won't say this for sure, but, and no one else mentioned this in any of the videos that I got this from, but I would think you would have to seal it, but I don't know that. So that'll be something else I'll experiment with. Let's see if I got it down pretty good. I think I want it to go a little bit more. I'm going to start scraping a little bit harder. Because for some reason that image up there came out so dark compared to that. So I want it to be darker. And when you see your wax paper piece starting to get dark, as you can see in the camera, it's gotten a lot darker. And whereas these, for instance, these little bitty pieces, you can see how light that is when you lay it down. But once you start scraping it, it's going to darken up. So I think that's pretty cool. So just some simple piece, simple technique. You don't have to buy a special product with it. And I love that. Because sometimes you just can't get away. And most of the time you have things like wax paper in your cabinet. Let's see how this is looking now. Much, much better. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, let's pull that off. And there we have it. We have another image on the other side. So now, it's going to be my tricky part here because I do want to cut these off in a different direction. I mean, I don't want them to come off at the same time, is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I think I need to learn grammar again. So since I want these going in a different area, I need to cut them apart. And make sure when you lay your image down somewhere besides on the craft piece that you put it where the ink is up. Now, I'm turning it over because now I'm getting ready to do my transfer. So I want it kind of over here. And again, let's see. Okay. Again, I'm just going to hold it down and start transferring. So I'm starting out one direction, going from the inside out. Then I'm going up here from inside up. move this down a little bit. Hopefully it won't mess it up. There we go. I'm going inside and out. That's what I'm doing. And see how it got darker? It's looking good. I think I want to do a little bit more. It just takes some kind of a heavy piece, like a debit card, an old debit card, an old credit card, rewards card, gift card, something that has a hard edge to it. Okay, and that came out really good, and that's what I wanted. So now I'm going to set that piece aside, and I want this one to kind of come, make sure I get the right direction here. I want it to come kind of like this way. And again, see how light it is compared to once it's scraped. Okay? So now I'm going to take this, hold it in place as much as possible. Use washi tape if you want to. I had some right here and I have no clue what I did with it. It's one of the reasons if you don't use tape or something, then you need to hold it steady. Don't go too hard. Hold it down. It can be slippery, so be careful. Let's see how it's looking. It's looking good. I think I'm almost there. I'm going to try to give it some short little spurts here. Okay, and that one's done too. Now, you can't see the whole image. Let me see if I can zoom out. There we go. That's better. You can see that I've got all 4 images on here. And I'm not real happy with this one here. I'm not sure why it didn't come out as dark, but for some reason it didn't. And I don't know if the ink kind of came off or not, but if I want to, I can either reprint or try taping it down some more. And the thing of it is, if you do it this way, you've got to be sure it's on track. So I'm taking a big chance here by doing it this way. Just kind of follow the lines. Okay, and I am going to try it. I wouldn't recommend it unless you feel you have to, but you do take a chance if you do it like that. But I don't know why it didn't come out as dark. So, and I like this one here. I mean, why, sometimes it's like you do your first one and hey, it come out great. And then when you want to do your tutorial or show somebody else how to do it, maybe not so great. Okay, that came out darker, so I'm happier with that. Now I have these little pieces here that if I want to, I can kind of swirl them in, and I think I will. I'm going to kind of set it in here. Do one at a time. Since it's little, I've got to be a little more careful. You've heard those rub-on transfers. That's kind of what this is, isn't it? That came out good. Awesome. Now let's do this one. Now it's going the opposite direction. And I think I'll put it one here. No, I want it here. Kind of crossing over. There we go. That's what I want. See how it darkens up? It is so cool. There we go. Get my glasses so I can see. Okay, so now I have transferred from wax paper to MDF. Now I'm not sure how I'm going to get a good picture of this, but I'm going to try my best. And this is something that I'm going to kind of work with and finish up some way. So I'm not sure yet exactly how, but if I do, I will definitely show it to you. Thank you for watching and have a great day.